Okay, I'm washing my fabrics because getting them from thrift stores, they smell like perfume. And so I just wanted to, I got a lot of scarves because you can get a lot of pretty prints that way. And if you're not into folding or rolling or any of that and you need a quick flower, this is a rectangle, well, long, just rectangle, it's not triangle at all, scarf. And so I'm just winding it up, which I'll wind it as I do this, but put it on my finger. I'm rolling it around, and now I'm going to go toward the bottom of my finger, and I got to remember to kind of twist the fabric too, and then go back down toward the bottom. I forgot which way I'm twisting my fabric. And then the bottom go under, and you got like a vintage looking flower. That ain't the best, but I'll show you some more. Let's get a smaller one. Okay, and this one is a square. I'm just gonna probably wind it as I go, and don't want to wind it too tight. Just get going at the tip of your finger, in the middle, go back a little bit. I'm getting too much. Now I gotta start twisting my fabric and get that back on my tip. Go back up, then work my way back down toward the bottom where I can hide the tail, and then you can kind of work with anything you don't like. And for that vintage look, squish it and glue it to something. That's pretty much what the vintage look is to me. A lot of them I see, it's just flat. And here's one I like. It's more of a fabric. It ain't that silky stuff, and it's like a tube. The whole thing's like a big long tube. So just start rolling at your fingertip, twist your fabric a little. Oh, we got a big tag. Go up a little, back down a little, and you can stop wherever you want and cut the excess off. Of course, I'm at the end. Really, I would cut it, but I'm just showing you I ain't really doing this to keep them, because I'll use them some other way. You know, and you got a flower. And for vintage, use less material. Let's see if we take some away. Of course, I'd have to roll it with less. Let me roll it with less. Get that tag away. Okay, so we want one that's not quite so poofy. Go up and then go back toward the bottom. And we'll pretend we're tucking those under, even though there's some more fabric. We'll get our middle showing a little better. Put on something, flatten it, and glue it. And it looks vintage. And here's one. It's got a pretty print, but it is a square, a huge square. So it'll make a huge one if I use the whole thing. So I'm just going around my finger. Oops. You get to that part where it's got the other corners, then you'll really need to roll it. So, you know, and if it don't turn out good, let's say you don't like that, undo it. I mean, just do it while you watch the TV. You might end up with something beautiful, and you might end up with something you go, ugh. You know, roll it around your finger, go behind it. I'm gonna go in the bottom. See, I'm getting where these other corners are. since it's a big square. So I'm gonna go down toward the bottom. And poke that in, glue it. Twist it toward the direction it was twisted. If I can get it. Okay. Put that in the back. And you got a flower. I mean, I've seen worse on YouTube, hadn't you? I know. That's a big old poofy flower. If you don't want it that big, it's a scarf. It's like 99 cents, 50 cents, I don't know what it was. Cut it in strips. And just sit there and play while you're watching TV, but you might want to have a glue gun ready in case you create a masterpiece. But see how pretty that one still is? I just threw it over there. You know, we got this extra. So too poofy might not be good unless you're making something large, but you know, just play. But anyway, that's just some ideas, and gotta wash all this perfume and that spray they put in. Oh god, it give you a headache. But I hope you like this, and I hope it helps. What the hey, I'll work this in. I've got some more. Let's just see what I can come up with. Okay, here's a square. I ain't too wild about the green edge. I might would cut it off. I was gonna make one like this. Go around the end of my finger, go around the middle. We get into these corners. See these corners? Let's put them at the bottom. I can come back up a little and then go down. There's a flower. Okay. Whew, man, they smell perfumey. I wish the world would just stink, you know? I can handle stink somewhat. Okay, now this one's pretty thick. Let's see what it's shaped like. It's perfectly round. It would be a long rectangle if I cut it. Oh, sorry, my dryer. I'm washing my fabrics. So, it's pretty thick. I would probably have to stop this one before I use all the fabric, or I'd have a monster. It's dark. Well, let's have to bring that up a little. Get my finger out. It looks a little too open there. And there you go. And then on the bottom, you know, you'd cut this off, glue it really good, and you might would have to go in from the top in some places, I don't know. Just probably cutting them in, you know, maybe thirds. And this is a pretty one. It's a long rectangle. It's very pretty. I'll have to seriously think what I'm going to do with this one, because I like the fabric so much. Wind it around. Let's see what this crazy look is. It can be tucked. I mean, that looks like a vintage flower. What they call vintage flowers. And I mean, you could really sock it to it with glue back here, back there. Or thread, needle and thread maybe. You know, to go through all these layers. Or if you're brave, you could glue as you go. And then I got a few that are, well, this one ain't elasticy. So, but it's got that little pleated thing. It'd probably be the same difference. But I've got some with elastic. I gotta figure out what to do with them. Okay, so I got my tip. You know what? It might be good to like really twist it tight where you want your center. Let's try that. And then not so tight for the rest of it. We'll see how it looks. Okay, in the middle. Now I'll go back toward the back. Come back up toward the middle a little bit. I'm gonna try to use this whole thing. I'm forgetting to roll it as I go. So I got these edges, let me roll it. And then that would be back there. Let's see how the center looks. I like it better when it ain't rolled tight. So there's that one. Let's try it with it not rolled tight. I can't waste much time. I got a lot of fabric to wash. My advice would be, if you're going to buy apparel, you know, really cheap, or scarves for projects like that, throw it in your dirty clothes hamper or whatever. Just wash it right away. I've had bags and bags building up. Wash it, and like if it's a bed skirt, go ahead and cut the inside out after you wash it. You know, cut the inside out because it'll be a different material, and fold it up neatly and store it instead of like mixed bags of perfumey fabric everywhere. So that's my advice. And hopefully I'll keep my own advice. I'm not the most organized person. Okay. You know, if you just get impatient trying to do the other kind, or you just like that look, or whatever, you just need to throw something together real quick. I mean, look at that. Ain't that pretty? It works for me. I don't know how we get it to stay together, but it works for me. Bunch of glue, I guess, on the back. Anyway, just figured I'd share that. Okay, I just got my scarves out of the dryer. Well, that's a window shear. And I believe that is too. But here comes the scarves. I got that one. And that one. But this was I've used it in a video before. It was part of a dress. Got this one. And this one. So you can get all the, well, I just unfolded that one. You can get all these pretty colors cheap at thrift stores. And people get rid of scarves all the time. Got that one. Oh, and this is a blouse. I love this fabric. Love it. And I'm gonna keep all my multicolor fabrics, whether it's scarves or whatever, together. That's why I've got some clothes in here. Oh, and look at that. Garish, but I love it. And some that animal print. That's pretty. I think I already showed you this one. And then this is a little scarf of some sort. Okay, and now I guess I need to put my money where my mouth is. So I'm gonna try to do like one around my finger and try to get it glued down without it coming apart, so we'll see. But I want to show you how I took the edge off of this one. I like that color, but I want it to frazzle. I don't think you can tear it. So this, I'm leaving some of the color on the edge because I'll use it later, just sticking it in flowers or something. So, you know, just get a little slit going. I don't have to be straight because it's gonna be all rolled up. And it went better when I didn't have the camera on. So I've got all these. Well, I got that in from the other one. So I got all that. That I'll save, of course. Clutter, more clutter. I like my clutter, apparently. Okay, so we'll twist this. And I got another glue stick. You know, I'm glad Mama didn't know about these. A hickory would be better than that. That would hurt. Like that glue, it blistered me. Man, I hate that high set. Okay, I wasn't in view, so I'm gonna start over. Okay, I'm gonna wind it around my finger. And as I was saying when it wasn't in the view, I'm kind of finding just, you know, kind of staying in the middle instead of going up and down. But if you got a lot of fabric, you might lose control with it all in the middle. And I see this bulky part where it starts getting fat, I might go down with that. And then work my way back up. And then I'll put that under there. I might could, well, if I try to work it under that last roll, I'll end up messing up. So now I gotta get this off my finger. Put that under there, kind of shape it the way I want it. I might poke that up in there. Just a wee bit. And now, do I put the glue here or here? Decisions, decisions. I think I'm gonna put it on this. I can't believe I don't have that plugged in. I'm trapped. Okay, while I was sitting here trapped holding this, I got to thinking, you know, I had that poked in there. I might need to put some glue in there to hold my little centerpiece together. I've never made one like this, so I don't know. And I think it's hot now. I'm gonna squirt some glue in and hope it don't come out the top. If it does, I'll glue a bead up there. Is it coming out? Yeah. Okay. So now, I don't want to get burned again. I'm still hurting from the last time. Now I'm going to poke all this in here. I might need some glue there. Anywhere I'm going to fold over a large piece like this, I'm going to glue first. That way maybe everything will have some glue touching it. And I don't want my glue to show at the edge, so I'm kind of going around where the crack of the last roll, because I don't want to go too far to the edge. Now what am I going to do where my finger is? Y'all tell me. I don't know. Carefully remove my finger. Hold it right there. Okay. Right there's that edge. That might show a little, I don't know. We will find out. My glue stick ain't working right. There we go, now it is. So I'm putting a ton of glue. Let's see if this works. Okay. Now we're gonna smash it down. Smash it down really hard. Get my middle up a little bit. Might put a tad in there. Well, that came right off. Okay, let's cut around it. I wonder if it'd come apart. Well, okay. See right there? We know how to take care of that, don't we? Hold it down. Put a little glue there. Hold it down. And there we go. It ain't one of my favorites, but it's a flower. and it was quick. Not quite as painful as the other one I did. And let's see, let's pull some scragglies. I'm pulling my fabric out. Look at that. You know what I'm gonna do? If you didn't want scragglies, I guess you just have to kind of roll it back up and glue it. Where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah, it's pulling up pretty bad, ain't it? Let's see, we'll put some more glue, like all over this. Smush it down. Oh, okay, see, I found another little gap. It'd just be a matter of finding your gaps better than I did. Ooh, I hope I didn't go too high. I mean, there's all kind of flowers. You don't have to be perfect. As long as it looks like a flower and as long as it's pretty. I can't find my edges good to get scraggles. So what I could do, maybe, do a little snip. Let's see. I want some scraggles there. You know, just hold your fabric down, because you're pulling pretty hard on it. There we go. We're getting some scraggles. Let's see, where's more? That yellow. I say we need some scraggles there. I say we need some glue first. Glue it. Hold it. Get your scissors the correct way. Tip of them. Glue's probably not dry good, but I'm holding it. Okay, and maybe some scraggles. Why do I keep grabbing them upside down? Right here. You know, you can try it. If it don't work, I mean, to practice, you might not want to use your favorite scarves. Notice I didn't. And it just keeps looking prettier. I like the scraggles. I'm gonna put some right here too. It wouldn't have to be a scarf. Just any kind of fabric. Some of them scraggle better than others. Oh, don't knock the camera down. I might need some of this baggy blue part. And that's cute. And I just use my finger. Oh, you know what I got to thinking? I can't ever end the video. I got my little flower here. And I made a little bow with the edges I cut off. So I'm going to attach it right here. You know, it's a little whop-sided. And so this is kind of a empty looking end. I guess that'd be the word. Of the flower. So I glued that little bow right there. Just tied it like I do shoelace. And I got some more of these. Goodness, that's long. Let's see if I got a shorter one. I can always make it shorter. I'm gonna put some glue right behind the bow and just stick this to it. And no, I'm not nervous. I'm shaky from my inhaler. For those who hadn't watched me before. You think I'll get burned doing this? A little bit. Just putting that on there. Letting it dangle down. What is that one doing? Okay. And instead of just whacking it off, I'm going to kind of nog it this way. Cut into it this way like I did when I removed it. Now how cute's that? That's just cute. I don't care who you are. Okay, just want to say I'd put this aside, but I'm still finding plenty of places where I need to add more glue. So I'm going back and doing that. So just after you glued it down to the felt, just keep peeling back layers and trying to find more places. Because you know, the better it's glued, the better it'll stay together. So I'm just showing you where I'm doing that. I ended up loving it. It is so cute. Let me zoom out. Up. Isn't that cute? The background's not good. Let's find a prettier background. We'll put on some white. I think that would look great on a gift for a baby or something. It's just so pretty. And I just wrapped it around my finger. And now I gotta go in and glue it really good.